you want to see a good role model, and that's what ultimately is in Pakistan. And I have to say that you are a man of that calibre in what you have delivered most eloquently. Last year, I attended a function that was held in the Hyde Park Hilton, which Muslims and Pakistanis were invited to welcome Adam Thompson, who's based in Pakistan, the British High Commissioner. And I have to say that I was very, very proud when you did speak, because you spoke sense, you spoke with a passion, and without an ego. You was very humble in what you said, and that was really nice for me to see that. You reflected views and opinions in a very positive way, so I thank you for your input and being a serving Member of Parliament and such a good example. I do conclude by wishing you good luck in your journey. I don't think your journey's ended, and I hope it starts with the House of Lords. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next guest, I know I said Sarwar that you're the first MP and Lord Sahib is the first Lord and so forth, but I don't know who spent more hours in the House of Commons and Mr. Lord, both you gentlemen together. Sir, in Wales we have a saying that Nigel Bevan was the greatest Prime Minister this country never had. So I know you both worked together very hard, and Lord Sahib, and I know that you have groomed him and so forth, sir, and I hope that he also becomes one day an MP. We don't want to say Mr. Bashari, the greatest MP we never had. So, sir, I will now take basically most of the things to last, sir. Mr. Bashari, your friend. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Lord Nazir Ahmed Saab, Mr. Palauddin, Mr. Noor Sarwar Saab, can I first of all thank Sarwar Mehyar, Chaudhry Shaukat Ali and Liaquat Ali for organizing this wonderful event. And as everybody has said, these are not events to say goodbye to Muhammad Sarwar. Can I tell you and correct you all, he is standing down from Parliament. He is not retiring. So he is standing down to give way for young people like Yasmin Qureshi and others to fulfill the role he is playing. And I have been speaking to us this morning, and I was telling how difficult task for him will be to fill his shoes. And I think if we just say 5 words or 10 words from Muhammad Sarwar and say who he is, I think it is a wise man, a courageous man, a principled man, a committed man, and a friend for life. And the last word is the most humble man I have ever met in my life. I know a lot of things have been said by my friends, but I think another word is wisdom. And I think he has given wisdom, leadership to our community. And can I tell you, everybody has said that the third word, solidarity, which I work and Muhammad Sarwar has been committed to it, and Lord Ahmed Saab, the secretary of our APPG, our slogan is bringing people together. I think that is the most important thing we can do, bringing people together in one room, asking them to speak to each other, People's Party with Muslim League, with Tariq-e-Insaf, and asking them, you are all trying to do the same thing, to serve the people. And if you can speak to each other, I think you can get the best result. And the second thing, I think, bringing religious people together as well. And Lord Ahmed has done it many times, and Sarwar Saab has done many times. But the difficulty we are facing today, yesterday it was in Northern Ireland, today it is in Jerusalem. And I know when last night Hillary Clinton spoke and then Netanyahu responded to it, he said we will continue building houses which all world is saying don't do it. I think if you bring those people together, I think they can speak to each other, understand each other, and if you understand each other better, you can make this world a better world. Muhammad Sarwar has contributed in making Britain a fairer society, this world a better world. We will continue working with him, Lord Ahmed, everybody in this room to make this world a better world. Thank you.
Chairman of the Law Solidarity, ex-Mayor of Kensington and Chelsea, Mayor Liaquat Saab, ex-Mayor of Walthamstow, and now we'll have another ex-Mayor from a different party, Bhatti Saab, who is Mayor, ex-Mayor of Chesham, JP on many committees and so forth. Bhatti Saab, thank you.
Good afternoon, my lords, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege for me to be here. When I heard our great MP Sarwar, Mohammad Sarwar, is stepping down, and I thought this is the best way to come and to see and to talk to him and pay tribute to him. Although I belong to the Conservative Party, but we have a long understanding with us, and also I met Sarwar Sahib quite a few times, and once he visited in Cheshire, and he really make a lot of friends, and people are still remembering him as a good friend, good colleague, and a good MP. Mr. Sarwar Sahib really, set a lot of examples, and especially I think it's encouraged me to come into politics as well. When I heard, because I came very late in UK in 1980s, and I heard about Mohammad Sarwar MP and Lord Nazir Saab and some other friends, and then I decided to come into the politics as well. So on that basis, I think you are both role model for me. I respect both of you, and you have set a lot of example for us, and we always remember both of you. And really, really from my heart, I respect those two, my good friends, and everywhere, wherever I go, I spared their names and talked about them, and they are really exemplary people for us. And I don't take much longer, and I will say thank you very much for organizing this one. Lots of thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to meet and see and greet our beloved MP Sarwar, Mohammad Sarwar Sahib, and thank you very much.
I'll ask Sarwar Sahib, these are representative of organizations, and we have hundreds and thousands of these alone, chairmen and general secretaries and so forth, paying tribute to, let alone the public, and we can't bring all of the people here. Finally, I would like to ask Khalid Tanveer, who is the General Secretary of Pakistan People's Party in Greater London, and he is also a great fan of yours, sir, and he would like to say a few words to you finally.
Thank you very much, Shradha Rasa. After all, everything, I just want to say, Mr. Mohammad Sarwar, he was taking very hard step during his periods, as he knows that when sometimes we are hopeless to take some steps outside, and he was the one who was in Parliament. So he was the voice of the peoples of Pakistan and voice of the peoples. And we also remember when our Qaid Sheikh Benazir Bhutto was here and he was struggling against the dictatorship, he was also with us on that time. We just say thank you so much, thank you very much, Mr. Sarwar Sahib. You opened the doors for all of us, for all of Pakistanis, and they all remember you, always remember you. Thank you so much.
It would not be complete unless we finally brought in the Pakistan press representative here in the media. We've got Khadim Hussain Saab, he will say a few words on behalf of the Pakistan president. Khadim Nasir Saab is now going to say a few words on behalf of Pakistan.
He's not feeling well, he's got injection.
Finally, sir, last person has also travelled from a long way. Coming up in the room in the corner there. Stella, she's a prospective parliamentary candidate. The beauty is you have candidates from all over want to say hello to you, because both of you gentlemen are a great role model to these people. Whenever you say Lord Hamid or Mohammad Sarwar, it's like saying Michael Jackson or Brad Pitt or, everybody gets out. Stella, would you like to say a few words for Mr. Sarwar Sahib as he's leaving? Thank you.
First of all, I must extend my sincere apologies for being so late. I'm afraid I got stuck in traffic, but I desperately wanted to be here to pay tribute. I'm obviously looking forward to now hearing you perform and sing, as obviously you are comparable to Michael Jackson. And I think for all of us who've been involved in politics, you've been a role model in many ways. I'm fortunate to be good friends with your son, who is somebody I think has a lot to live up to, although I hope that he will get his jokes better than they are at the moment, because I have to admit they're not very good. But it's important to all of us in the Labour movement to honour what you have done for British Muslims and also for our party, and that's why I wanted to make the effort to be here, albeit I'm very, very late. So I look forward to meeting everyone else here, and I'm so sorry to have come rather late to the end of the party, but I hope no less you can take tribute from the people who brought us there. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much.